Hello everyone, welcome to a new video, a new Plenty video. It is me, Desiree, and today I wanted to do a 6-month update. I cannot believe it's been 6 months since I purchased these plants from Steve's Leaves. I really can't believe it. Like, where did that time even go? What have I done with my life? So I wanted to just do a little 6-month update on the plants I purchased from Steve's Leaves. I purchased 3 plants. I'll include a little before picture here. I also did a video unboxing the plants if you want to check that out. You can see how they were shipped and all that kind of stuff, what kind of condition they arrived in. And I'm just going to share with you how the plants have been doing, the care I've been giving them, and whether or not I regret purchasing them. So the first one is this one. This is the monstera. This is the
No, what is it? This is the, why can't I think of it?
philodendron brandtianum. Why couldn't I think of that? This is what it looks like. It's a really, really beautiful plant. Just a really gorgeous, like, the way that it's growing leaves on all sides. I think it's so cool. The leaves are also very, very pretty. They're really like kind of dark green with this really beautiful silver pattern on the front, heart-shaped, just a really beautiful, beautiful looking plant. From the before pictures, you can kind of see this plant hasn't done a lot. It's gotten a little bit taller. I put out 1 or 2 leaves, but for the most part, I'm very confused by this plant. As you can see, this leaf here is completely crispy on the bottom. This one here as well. And everybody that has talked about this plant says it's super easy, but I don't really know what it wants. At first I was kind of just letting it dry out and then I would water it, but I noticed every time I did that, a leaf would turn yellow and fall off. So I thought, maybe I'm not waiting long enough to water it, and then I thought maybe I'm waiting too long. So I've been kind of messing with the watering on this one a little bit. I do have it sitting in this room for the last probably 5.5 months. It's been sitting in this room with the west-facing window. It doesn't get any direct sunlight or anything. And then I thought maybe it's getting crispy because it's not humid enough. So I did a little humidity setup in another room. Maybe I'll show you that and like do a little tour of the plants or something. But I put this one there because I thought maybe that would help it, and maybe that's what was wrong with it. But I have no idea. I have no idea. If you know why this brandtianum has these crispy tips, let me know, or let me know what the care you do for your plant, because I would love for this plant to just thrive and get bigger. But it's not dying, like it's not declining that much. It's a very beautiful plant. I don't regret buying it. It's just a little bit tricky for me. And having had it for 6 months, I thought I would at least figure something out with this plant by now, but I really don't know. I don't know what this plant wants, although it's absolutely gorgeous. I do have it planted in what I think this is a ceramic planter. All I know is it's not terracotta, but yeah, it's either ceramic or clay or something like that. I don't really know. But it's in a planter like this, in a planter that's non-porous. It's not wicking out any moisture. But I don't know. Let me know if you have this plant and how you're taking care of it, because I want him to be a big boy, and he's a little guy right now. Let's put that right there. The next plant I bought, I actually just watered it, so I'm gonna bring the little drip tray too, is this one. This is just a green mix of reverted syngonium. So I don't know what this plant came from. There was a 1 leaf or 2 leaves here that had some of the variegation on it. If I can find it, I will show it to you. This one right here. One of these syngoniums that has this really cool like pattern on it. But I guess the plant had mostly reverted, so they're selling it just as a reverted green mix. This plant has gotten very tall. It's outgrown the spot that it was in, and it really wants to attach to something, I think, because it has all these crazy looking aerial roots that just make the plant look so wild. And I was going to cut them off. I could feel that hair on me. Oh, I gotta find it, hold on. There's a hair tickling my eye and I could feel it like here somewhere, and it's driving me nuts. Anyway, I love the aerial roots on this plant now. It makes the plant look so crazy, like it was plucked from the wild or something. Really, really cool. It is just growing very tall, although several leaves have fallen off of this plant, and this is a plant that is not like the other syngoniums that I have. This one is way thirstier than those ones. The other syngoniums I have are just ones I bought at the store. I have like a white butterfly and a Maria, just those ones you can find like at the grocery store and Home Depot and Lowe's. And I find with those plants, and And I find with those plants, I usually let them dry completely out and then water them. I even let them go a little bit limp, like a little bit wilted. Not too much, like they're not completely flopped over, but I find that I kind of just wait till they dry completely out and water them, and they're fine with that kind of care. This one, on the other hand, if I let this one dry all the way out, a leaf will immediately fall off, and then the whole plant just gets all limp and dramatic. And then a leaf will fall off every single time. So the bottom leaves are completely gone because I was treating it like the other syngoniums. But I found with this one, I don't let it dry completely out because it will immediately wilt. So I don't keep it moist. I just don't let it dry. I don't let it get dry as a bone, if that makes any sense. I do have it here with just a bamboo stake on it because it was getting very tall. I also put just a little clip to hold 2 of them onto the stake because I want it to continue to grow tall rather than like out and vining all over the place. And I think it's very cool. I really like this one a lot. I do wish I had learned the watering needs of this plant a little sooner so it didn't lose so many leaves, but it's still growing very well. I might get a bigger stake for this one and maybe like train it to kind of go around that stake or something. But I do really, really love this plant, and I'm really, really glad I bought it. I think it's very cool. And they still have this one on their website as well. I don't even think I showed you the leaf shape, but this is what it looks like here. I love these cool syngonium leaf shapes. I think they're very, very awesome. So yeah. That plant I have in our like front living room area, sitting on a table in a north-facing window. It doesn't get any direct sun at all. Just has some nice ambient light throughout the day, and it seems to be doing fine. It's on the table with all my other syngoniums, so I like to put him there with all his friends, but it seems to be doing fine there. And then the last plant I got, it's actually this one right here. So this is the monstera siltepecana. I love this one. This is my favorite of all 3 of the plants. It has just grown so much. I've had it sitting on that shelf the whole entire time. It grew this whole vine right here. It's grown this whole vine right here. This piece had been growing really tall, and I knew it wasn't going to stay just standing straight up forever, and it did end up falling over because it wants to vine like this. But I put this little stake in here because I want it to grow up and also down. I want it to just be a big crazy plant. I absolutely love this one. This one has really gorgeous leaves, really like a really beautiful kind of green. I don't really know how to describe that kind of green, but it has veins that you can kind of see. I'll have to include a picture of the veinings because I think the sun just went behind the clouds so you'll be able to see it, but it has a really, really beautiful pattern on the leaves, just mostly with veins and dark green, and it's just really, really pretty. It grows these long, delicate vines, and I love how they grow in like a big clump like this. And then there's this other big clump right here. I just think it's really cool. It's so easy. This is the one out of all 3 that I thought was going to be the most difficult. I don't know, it just sounds like monstera siltepecana. It just sounds like a difficult plant name. And I thought, oh my god, it's going to need all this humidity and it's going to need special conditions, and I'm not going to be able to give it that. But it's been thriving away. I do have it in the same pot that I have the brandtianum in. One of these, I really don't know, it's like a ceramic type of thing. I have it in the same kind of pot, same soil. I do let this one dry out and I water it. This is one though that I kind of the same as a syngonium. I don't let it stay dry for too long. I check it regularly because I just notice like it'll get very limp and flat and it'll be just very wilted. And sometimes plants don't come back from wilt that easily. And I love this one so much. So I do check him every single day. But other than just staying on top of the watering, this is one of the easiest plants that I have. Look how crazy it looks. I just put it here. It's in the west facing window as well. And he's beautiful and it's so easy to take care of. I can't believe it. They still have this one on the website. This is one that I would say if you're looking to get it and you're worried it's going to be difficult, it's not. It's so easy. Just don't let it stay too dry for too long because it will wilt, and you know, I just don't like them to stay that dry for too long. But I love him. He's easy and beautiful, and I can't believe how much it's done in 6 months. Oh, but that is it. That's my 6-month update on my 3 Steve's Leaves plants. Let me know if you have any of these plants and what your care tips are, especially the brandtianum. That one is just confusing to me. But that is it. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And I will see you later in another planty video. Oh, goodbye.